Hi everybody, it's Kim Wilson with my Lunchtime Live for today. And before I get started on today's project, I just wanted to share a little service opportunity. I know we make so many cards, sometimes we have stashes and stashes of cards that we don't know what to do with. So if you're like that, Stampin' Up! Is doing a service project right now for our Make a Difference program. We do several a year, and right now we are collecting backpacks and school supplies, and they're going to go directly to James Storehouse, which is an organization in Los Angeles area that helps out foster children. They have, I guess, a huge number. I think they were going to try to get 600 backpacks packed, and you don't actually send the supplies there. They have an Amazon link, which I shared earlier today, where you can just order them and have them sent right to the organization, and they'll take care of packing the backpacks. So you can either purchase backpacks or school supplies. There was two separate links, and also send cards of encouragement. So I thought, what better way than to use the paper pumpkin kit from a couple months ago, which I hadn't used yet. So I got that made up, and they went together so quick and easy with kind of a baseball theme. I thought that would be great for school kids. So there were 3 different designs, and then they asked to write a little note of encouragement inside. So I printed, "You've got this, have a great school year," and just sign your first name. And no extra envelopes are needed, so I'm just going to put these 3 into this envelope. I did put an extra ounce stamp on it because it's heavier than an ounce, so I'm going to send that off today. All right, now my project for today is, of course, with Designer Series paper, because that's the sale this month, and it's my favorite thing. So I've got my Love It, Chop It button here that Kylie gave me. She is also a lover of designer paper, and she encourages everybody to cut up their paper and have it all ready to go. So that's what I've been doing a lot, is cutting my paper so it's all ready to put on a card front. And these are some that I did with, of course, the hand pen paper, because I still have a lot of that left that I wanted to use. And I used the tearing technique to make these cards. So I hate to even call it a technique because it's so quick and easy. So I have my piece of designer paper that is cut exactly right to fit on a card front. So that is, I cut 4-inch strips and then 5 1/4 this way. So 4-inch and then 5 1/4, and it fits perfectly on a card. And you can, of course, go either direction. This particular pansy paper happens to be a directional, so I would want to, of course, do it this way, landscape rather than portrait. So we are just gonna rip the paper. So rip like this. And depending on which way you rip it, you're gonna get this white border here. So you're going to probably want to have that go on top because it looks prettier, I think, to have that little white section. So there I've got my 2 pieces here, and they're ready to put on a pale papaya card. So for these cards, you don't need much, just your paper and your cardstock, and you can add, of course, some greetings and embellishments. Now this is actually going to be, let's see, if I want to have that nice little strip there, I can either cut off some of this or just rip it again. So let me try. I like this gingham here, so I think I'm just gonna get it the right direction here. Rip it, 1 more strip, and then I'll have that little gap there. Because I like having that little gap. I think that looks cool. Or if you don't, then just leave it as is. And you could use this other extra piece on another card too to fill in the gap. Like I did here, I have this green striped piece underneath, which looks really cool. So there's a quick, easy tearing technique. And let's see, I've got 1 more piece here from the pansy paper, this pretty flower. And here's another easy way to use those cut up the Love It, Chop It pieces. And it's just to fold up the corner of your paper, and then you get to see both sides. And you can either make it just a tight fold or kind of a loose fold like that. And there you go. So what I usually do with these is grab a greeting from my box here, my tackle box full of stamped greetings. Let's do love and hugs, and we can just stick that down right in the corner with a dimensional, and maybe even I've got some ribbon here. Grab some ribbon and a glue dot, make a little bow and stick it right there. So that would be cute. Even a larger one would be good. Here's one I have in my box too. This would look pretty. Know that today a friend is thinking of you. So, and then put the ribbon there. So lots of options with that technique. And the ribbon is crinkled seam binding ribbon. It's so thin and nice. So ties really, really well. And you can color it with your blends so you can get different colors. All right, one last piece here. Now when I do paper shares, I like to cut 4-inch strips, and then I'll just cut it in half at 6 because it's easy to send people, and then they get that extra little bit that they can do something with, like making that little belly band from the inside here. That would be perfect with a 4x6 piece as well. So I'm hopefully getting ready to do my paper share for the new holiday catalog. So if you like paper shares, what I usually do is I make it $20, and then I pick a selection of the papers and get as many different ones as possible for $20, plus a few of the ribbons and embellishments too. So for this is from let's see, Bloom Where You're Planted. So that's another one that's on sale, and it's got this neat brick pattern on the back. So I thought this would be fun to rip into thirds. So I'm gonna experiment here and rip into thirds like that. And I have my gray granite card because that's the matching color for that. And so I'm gonna put my greenery at the top and the bottom, and then put my bricks in the middle and see how that looks. Get that organized. And before I glue it down, what I'm going to do is stamp a greeting right across here. And now I have room for a nice big sentiment, so I can actually stamp right on the Designer Series paper because that's a nice lighter paper, so I can stamp on it. Let me pull back some of these other ones I did. This one I also stamped right on the designer paper because it is nice and light. The other ones I did a trick of just pulling greetings out of my tackle boxes, and I use many messages and many happenings for those because you can cut out a whole bunch of greetings all at once. It's one giant stamp, and you stamp it and then cut it out. I think I showed last time. So there's some ideas to use up that paper you've been hoarding. So, you could do also, turn the corner at the top or the bottom because this one got turned around. All right, so there's some ideas, and I'll be posting pictures later on today. And I hope you, and I'm hoping to post on my blog today too. I'm having a little trouble with the WordPress. It's not cooperating today, but hopefully I'll get some of these ideas posted today. So hope you enjoyed that and have a wonderful week. Happy crafting.